Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. Coming out with it, it's Baker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. He's got it on the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Buffaloes in the hurry up. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive 1st down play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Makes his connection. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
On the run, it's Garrison. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An 84-yard drive there. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will try. With their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They're trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
On second down, he's looking downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And this crowd is losing it, frenzied after the back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long coming up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game, and there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
If they have any intention of getting this drive going, they better come up with something on 2nd and long from the 10. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And they can't make the connection. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Buffaloes decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fair catch called for and made. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wideout set, trips right. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged in the middle, it's Daniels. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed, he's got power, he's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick strike complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Buffaloes are on the move. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, David.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We worked on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
They'll run the sneak for it. And the Buffaloes get enough for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Colorado! They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught over the middle. It's Mosley. Corralled and brought down by the defense. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Yeah, it's just the throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open. It looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving. And he, of course, threw it into the ground. That's one he'd like to do over.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Still looking. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffs! They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the...
And the quarterback is snowed under. Mississippi State going up-tempo. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Here's a throw downfield late. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know we wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Looking to throw. They're bringing heat. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He caught it! Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the beatdown has ensued. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Defense not showing press coverage. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. A first down for the offense. He's going to pass. He wants to go deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day.
He tries to take the top off. He's got it down the left. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown. There is time on the clock. If there is time on the clock, there is time to put more points on the board. I mean, the scoreboard operator needs to work out too, right?
Yeah, and I guess he's been getting it, and the defense's job is to stop. But I would argue, Reese, You can just take a knee. If you take a knee, run the clock, you still get out of here, and you still get the win.
7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. You know, 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
And that's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.